Clearing what?
Clearing energy, I guess, or whatever. A friend of mine, yeah, a friend of mine said that there was a point in time where she started seeing these past lives. Like she started seeing these past lives of her dying, and it was a constant thing. She was seeing it every day for about a year, and it really freaked her out. And she actually went and saw someone to have that stop, to stop that from those visions from occurring. And um, they were successful in doing it. I don't know what they did or whatever, but she ended up not seeing those visions anymore of her dying in past lives constantly. And to me, it kind of sounds like it was some kind of a emptying out process, like she was clearing energy from past lives or something, but it was something that was a good thing to take place. But she just got so freaked out by it, so afraid that she just wanted it to stop. And I mean, she's still a spiritual seeker, but not a very, I guess, consistent or not as she's not doesn't have that much drive for it anymore, I guess, because she got so afraid of that whole situation. What would you think? What would you say about what was happening? Because in my opinion, it was a good thing that was happening, and she was probably close to having some kind of an awakening or something.
Whose lives were those?
So yeah, well, I mean that's it. She wasn't educated in any of that either. She was just so afraid of what was going on, and she didn't know how to stop it or what was going on, if she was going crazy or
Because she doesn't know who she is.
yeah, yeah. And she didn't have a teacher at the time as well, so yeah. I kind of think that her having someone help her to stop what was taking place was not a good idea. Like she shut herself down. That's what I think she did.
I really don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just telling you a story and you don't know the person, so yeah, it's hard to make a judgment on that.
No. Past life, present life, whose life is it anyway?
Yeah, yeah. Just seems like she got so afraid of what was going on that she shut herself down and became less interested in spirituality, so to speak. And I know another person that happened to as well. They were getting these weird visions, and they just really stepped back from any kind of anything to do with spirituality because they got so afraid of what was happening.
That's what they are, visions.
Yeah,
They come and go. They can't be real.
yeah, yeah,
Even the present vision is not real.
yeah. True.
So people believe that phenomenon is the base of reality.
Mm.
They see themselves as a phenomenon. Therefore, they
Right.
think that what they think they are is real, that they were born and they died,
Mm.
reborn and died, reborn and died.
Yeah, well, that's another vision, isn't it?
Another one.
Mm.
If you are familiarized with this subject and such phenomenon happens, which might happen, then
It's not such a big deal.
no.
Mm. These guys didn't know anything about self-inquiry, or it just happened
Even
almost spontaneously.
even if they say I was this, that, and the other in previous life, this is an identity with an infinitesimal part of the totality of collective memory, or the totality of memory.
Mm.
So it still is a thought. Mm.
Yeah,
Maybe these people may have performed some spiritual practices in the past of any kind, and in this life is producing the effect.
right.
Maybe they were interested in that before, but now when the result comes, they freak out.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, they weren't boasting about their experiences. They were afraid. Like they were really freaked out about what was happening. So it wasn't that they were showing off or anything.
Anyway, that is their business.
Yeah, sure.
That's the issue. Our our duty is to find out who am I now.
Yeah, sure.
Am I even born? Am I even born now?
Mm.
Is the self born? Will it ever die? Does it even
Right.
does it even has a body, right? And a mind?
Yes. The other stuff is a distraction.
Yes. Once we are establishing the knowledge of oneself, we don't get distracted from oneself. Self-knowledge does not disappear, even if we pay attention to this, that, or the other, if we do this, that, or the other, if we think this, that, or the other. Hmm?
Mm.
The idea is to remain self-aware permanently, effortlessly. Then everything else is okay.
Mm.
There is a reason why we forget all that.
Mm. Mm.
And then people want to remember all that.
Mm.
They don't have enough with this one. Right? As if knowing all that is a sign of progress, or if it is related to spirituality as such. It's just mind stuff, memory. Memory is an aspect of the
Mm.
mind, right?
Right.
There is body identity. Identity as this body, as that body, as this other body.
Mm.
That's why people freak out. They don't know who they are.
Right. If people face newer and tougher challenges, they can still get freaked out if they haven't surrendered that tendency.
Sorry,
So if everything, sorry,
sorry, I didn't.
so if everything is quite peaceful and people have a realization, but then difficulties occur in their life, they can still get freaked out by them because they haven't, I guess, surrendered those tendencies.
The tendencies that have to be surrendered is a tendency to think that we are the body, that we are something different than what we are, the self.
Mm.
What people call peaceful moment, it is if this moment is pleasant,
Mm.
and then the mind has nothing to complain about. It's quiet.
Yeah,
When the challenge comes, it's no longer quiet.
that's right. Yeah.
People mistake peacefulness with pleasure
Right. Okay.
or pleasantness or happiness, right? Everything is fine, then I'm happy. No financial struggle, no physical pain, right?
Mm.
No no noise around. See, and my forest house or whatever in the park. Right? The mind is not challenged by the environment.
Mm.
Tease it a little bit and you will see.
Mm.
comfort. Even too much comfort makes people dull.
Yeah, sure.
Too much pleasure also makes people dull. True silence keeps them broken. It doesn't depend on circumstances. It's the silence where the circumstances actually takes place and where the mind itself arises and claims to be the experiencer of these circumstances, right? And it's happy because of this and unhappy because of that. And it's funny, you have money, but you don't have health, then you are not happy. See, you may be rich, but you are not healthy, then you are not happy. You are healthy, but you
Yeah.
are not rich, but you are not happy.
Yeah.
You are rich, but you have no partner, then you are not happy. You have a partner, but you are not rich, then you are not happy.
You
Right?
can win.
Or you have trouble saying, see, that's the thing. The idea that happiness depends on something external, an object, someone. Mhm. I have this memory of the sadhus in India, Tiruvannamalai, sleeping on the floor happily, right? And the rich people taking pills to be able to sleep. The sadhu having a rock as a pillow. Not even mosquitoes were disturbing them. The example of a sleep, right?
Example of what, sorry?
Of deep sleep,
Mm.
there is nothing, only ourself. And everybody loves to sleep.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can know ourselves as that during the awakened state. Then this, that, and the other okay is not okay.
Yeah, I find it phenomenal that these sadhus can have absolutely nothing and just be completely at peace.
We are peace,
Mm.
but we are looking for pieces. Piece of this, a piece of this, a piece of that. Right? Again, if you know who you are, then you can have as many pieces of this and that as you wish, no problem. Or none at all. Makes no difference. This we cannot work it out. See, this is nothing that we can do. What can we do to be what we are?
Mm.
More we understand this, even less mental effort. What is the question about effort or practice or even inquiry?
Yeah.
Mm.
Caesar, would you say that work is self-awareness in action?
Work is self-aware. No, you may be self-aware during the action or not. But everybody is self-aware.
Hmm.
Everybody always, if you're working, you know that you are. See, I am working. Even when you say I am working, see, I am is there and then working, right? But nobody knows what I am actually is. There is no, everybody is aware of the self, of being the self, but it's not clear because it is mistaken to be the body or with the body. But if there is work, there must be awareness or consciousness, right? And you call it work as long as you believe yourself to be something else. Otherwise, what work? What is happening actually? For something to happen, there must be somebody to whom it is happening, right? Otherwise, nothing is actually happening. If the self alone is, nothing happens, right? The self doesn't happen, it is, right? Interesting.
Because I was thinking about that the other day while I was working and inquiring who is doing the work. And then nothing made sense to me. I'm like, why do we do this? Because I don't see what sometimes the purpose is, but there's a purpose for everything, which equals nothing. I don't know. I get very confused in the world sometimes because I'm like, what's the purpose of what all we do? Because we get stressed, then we get sick, and then it creates the hospitals, and then it's like, and that costs money. So then it's just this crazy cycle of you overwork, you get sick, you go to the hospital, you go on medication, blah, 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 blah. It's like a weird cycle I look at people doing, just over stressing for their jobs. But like you said, you could be rich and unhealthy and you're not happy. So why do we all do it?
Because, see, who is doing what? That's the question, right? Who is doing what? If we can figure that out, then all these questions will not arise.
I'd like to figure that out.
When the ego is gone, see, the activity is done because there is no choice. There is no longer individual will. It has to be done and it has to be done. It is inevitable. But this wish to achieve, to attain, to conquer, to find, to get, to reach, it's not there. Right? There is not even the will to live. You are waiting for this life to actually come to an end. Once the ego is gone, job is done. The purpose of life is already achieved, to find out who we are. The rest is just, well, what to do. Whatever comes, comes, and whatever goes, goes. And an imaginary drama is played, right? It's played out, right? But you know that the drama is collective, it's not individual. In reality, there are not individual images on the screen. It's one image. All that collectively is one projection. It's undivided. There are no multiple entities on the screen. It's one thing also. Right? It's one blanket covering the screen. Mm. There are also individual entities due to body identity, right? Remember, when the dog enters the mirror house, then the other dogs appear. Right? Even the dog that enters in the mirror house is illusory. So are the other dogs. Did you left it set up? Good.
But I don't choose any particular number.
Okay. Indrek knows about it.
I will keep copy the phone.
This is why there is no obstacle, really, to know oneself, because we already know oneself. The only obstacle is the idea of oneself. What we think we are, what we believe to be. Only this thought has to be removed. What was that? Oh, can you figure it up again? The more you understand this, it becomes more logic, right? This is logic. It's nothing metaphysical or spiritual. This is logic. I am. That's absolutely logic. It's obvious, right?
Yeah.
I am always, even when I say I am not, I am. Because to say I am not, I must be. Even to deny my existence at any time, right? How I have to exist even to deny my existence. So I am is there. But rarely somebody check it out. Who am I? Why? Because I'm more interested in anything else. Who are you? What is this? What is that? The universe, the moon, Mars, Venus, or whatever, right? That's a joke. We can, why not? It's a joke. They say Uranus. Capricorn is in Uranus. And all that exists because we exist. Everything is because we are. What are we going to be curious about and see what? See, about what and who anyway? Okay, God bless you. Okay. I was told that the house is haunted. Yeah, there's a ghost there. It's haunted. Sweet dreams. That's the beauty of this knowledge. It's so simple. And nobody can give you this knowledge anyway. Everybody knows I am. The knowledge of being is already there, can be given, right? Can be transmitted by any digital, any nonsense. How can, right? It's the only thing that we actually know. That's the only certainty. Isn't it amazing? We miss the certainty of oneself, of one's own existence, and we become worried about uncertainties. Right?
Good point.
So, the certainty of I am and a knowledge that cannot be given to anybody, from anybody. It cannot be given to us. If somebody understands this, that's enough. In the books of non-duality, most of them, they don't even prescribe practices. If you read, for example, Ashtavakra Gita, there is no prescription of even inquiry, as far as I remember. In Tribu Gita, I don't think also there is any description of practice, even inquiry. Even in Ramana experiences of death, right? Fear of death. Okay, the body is dead, but I am here. See, I feel strongly what was at least translated in that book of my personality means myself, not right? So I must be spirit transcending the body, meaning by that the self or consciousness. Ramana said that mature seekers, once they listen to this truth, to this knowledge, I am, right? The question about practice and effort simply will not arise. If I am what I am, or if I am that I am, then what else?
Simple.
Hmm?
Simple.
Sorry?
Simple.
Simple.
Yes. So we cannot achieve this or get this or attain this. You have to get rid of everything else, that's all. And to get rid of everything else is to understand everything else is just a thought. Right? And without thought, I am. My teacher used to say, whatever is attached to the yam, just remove whatever is attached to the yam.
Mm.
Mhm. So what is the diksha about I am? Now I will give you what you are. I will trespass you, transmit you what you are. I will give you what you are. $1,000.
Mm.
You have to do 21 diksha. There's a guy in India does 21 dikshas.
Wow.
1,000 per diksha. You have to 21. And there are like 3,000 people there.
Oh.
How much is that? You do the numbers.
Oh yeah. So what, they all sit in a big hall and then eat to everyone at the same time.
They raise their hands like that and they give you what you are. Right?
Mm.
Right.
No, they take away from you all what you have. It is you who is like this, like a robbery. We are supposed to do like this. Give me $1,000. Oh, take it. Good Lord.
We've had quite a few people try to get us to do that, but we're stubborn, so we resisted. This might be a random question, but did Mr. Ratanal have children?
No.
No.
No, they didn't have children. Somebody asked him this question, then he pointed to all of us around.
That's what I was thinking.
Very rare in India. A couple without kids.
Mm.
I never dare to ask any of these questions. But it's strange. Normally Indians,
Hmm.
even when people say that mind disappears means that you cannot find it. You look for the mind, and what you find is that there is no mind. Right? To disappear means to become aware that it doesn't exist. To get rid of it is to become aware that it doesn't exist. To dissolve means it disappears in its very source. Right? This is people find this knowledge too abstract. They take it literally. Again, more we understand this, it's more simple, it's more easy.
Mm.
And this
I
is
feel like
this is so funny, even to see it is more easy to know yourself. I mean, we know oneself, no? How difficult can it be to know oneself?
mm,
To be oneself is to know oneself, right? Like to know oneself is to be oneself. Either way, right?
Yeah.
Because beingness is consciousness of beingness. Beingness is consciousness, right? Because this I is conscious, right?
right.
Because I am aware, right? And because I am aware, I am aware that I am. So I am an awareness, or I am a consciousness is the same. Consciousness or awareness is not an instrument of being. Being is consciousness. Being is awareness, or whatever you like to call it. Right?
Mm.
Sorry.
I feel like when I was visiting you in Thailand, a friend gave me a book on with Ramana's like questions and answers to Ramana, and I feel like when I started taking it more literally than looking at the teachings as theoretical, it started to make more sense to me.
Mhm. You see why
Like
we have to, it varies from person to person, but
sure.
it's
Yeah.
like we have to go over and over and over and over and over again, right?
Mm.
The repetition. What the book says, the Ramana talks with Ramana Maharshi. It's a big book like that, right? Hundreds,
Right.
like 700 and something dialogues or something, right?
Right. Okay.
That were recorded in that book. Who knows how much more is there, right?
Mm.
And what is he doing there? Is repeating again and again and again and again. And
Yeah.
in the middle of the answer, he twists the answer. And but if you inquire, see all this, what is one look at oneself, right? So it was always somehow suggesting, forget all that and find out who you are.
Mm.
So really, it could have been one page.
Yes, the repetition is compulsory. What is it? What contains the essence of his teaching? The book Nanyar, Who Am I? It's a small book. Really.
Mm.
It's this size, and it's this thing. He would handle this book to everybody that arrives there. Even Ramana says you should give this free of cost, this book. Not even the cost price. As in Ramana Ashram also, it charges only the cost price for the books. I'm not saying they profit from it. The cat sees the water in the bottle and tries to. Okay, are you thirsty? This is why the repetition. See, don't be concerned about the activities of the body. See. Let it do as it pleases. Whatever happens is because of destiny, free will, karma, or any other reason, if there is any. Right?
Mm.
In the meantime, find out who you are. And find out means look at your own sense. Be conscious of being conscious of. Sometimes he would say, be conscious of being conscious.
Right.
Even when people ask, who am I? Where shall I look? Right? Look for the place of origin of the mind. Where shall I look? So if you understand the intellectual aspect of the inquiry, the explanation, from where the thoughts, from where, see, where, place, see, from where the thoughts are coming from. It is from me, so it's not a where, it's not a place, it's your own self, right? If the
Right.
thought comes from me, then I am the source, right?
Right.
Next question, okay, me whom, right? Who am I? What is that? Let me find out, let me see. Let me see who am I. To see. Is simply to know I am. See, that knowledge of being, right, becomes clear that this knowledge of being is a knowledge of being consciousness, right? To become
Right.
conscious of being consciousness, to become aware of being consciousness, or to become consciousness of being awareness, right? However you like to put it, choose the words. Because when you say I am aware, I am conscious, I means body, right?
Right.
I am the body, I am conscious. Because I am the body, I am this body, then consciousness is individual. It's an individual consciousness, right? Consciousness appears to be limited to this body, appears to be individualized, right? I'm conscious, so the consciousness here must be individual consciousness, right? And now I am conscious of other individuals here and there. When I look at myself, see, the I am that is conscious, then you will find that this I am is not the body or the mind. Jesus. It's like when you switch on the light of the projector, right? And then the light touches the slides. Now the light appears to be the projection, isn't it? The light appears to be color and appears to be all what is illuminated, right?
Right.
Same thing. Maybe you forgot something.
You find the AC remote.
Uh-huh.
The AC remote.
So you want to stay because of the no AC. Good. Carol. Ah, yes, yes. It's a public conversation. I am what? I am I. See, I am. See, I am that I am that I can't say what actually is. Also, the beauty about this, when you have the chance to be with these beings, we can call it that way, is the simplicity of it. Some people even say that these books, question and answers, were arranged To give you some context and all that. But I think Ramana will just give short questions. And if you want to ask a question, you really have to call his attention. He was not. I posted something the other day in the a chat on WhatsApp, question and answer. By the way, there are questions that I haven't replied. Listen.
Where did you post it?
There's a chat on WhatsApp. Basically, I guess it's for everybody, but Spanish group. Question and answer. Sometimes I publish something there. Although Bhagavan always took the time to answer our spiritual questions, he preferred to sit quietly if no one had any problem to address. He did not give talks or lectures, and generally only give advice if asked. This reluctance to engage in unnecessary conversation was evident in an exchange that occurred in the 1940s. Some devotees of the ashram wanted to publish an ashram magazine. A plan was drawn up and presented to Bhagavan for his approval. He asked, what will be the magazine contain? What will the magazine contain? All the news from the ashram, along with Bhagavan talks and his answers to questions. It will be read by people all over the world. And I said, if I don't speak or give answers, what will you publish? Must I speak? Must I continue to speak for your magazine appears regularly? What new punishment you have invented for me? So, sweet. He sounds like a child, right?
Yeah, very simple.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Lo dejamos por hoy entonces, nos vemos mañana.